Hi there everyone. I am at Roane County Park in Harriman, Tennessee. I decided to do another splice video, get used to doing that. So I'm going to actually walk the park today. It's relatively nice. Was supposed to be nicer, but it's a little breezy. This is one of my favorite park walks as opposed to walking a trail. It's like all paved and everything, so you don't have to worry about if it rained the day before or anything like that. There's a couple of little spots that I like stopping at, so I'll stop and I'll flip the camera so you could see like the nice spots. Right now the nice spot is behind me, so if I go like this and I flip the camera, you should see like the lake there. Usually it's prettier. It's still kind of, it's not sort of that way. And we may have to spring forward tonight. No, Saturday to Sunday. We have to spring forward Saturday to Sunday, but no one's told Mother Nature yet. It still looks kind of like wintry. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to do that today, and we're going to see what happens. See you in a little bit. Okay, so this is one of the areas I wanted to stop for you guys to see. So yeah, I'm going to flip it around because you know what I look like already. So I just find this to be really pretty, really tranquil. There's a lot of little spots like this all over the Tennessee trails. This one, like I said, is part of a city park, so it's really nice that they have this area that people can walk in and enjoy. I'm a little out of breath because yes, I am walking, and I will give you the full status update when I'm done, so that way you know how far I walked and what I did. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, so now we're at my favorite spot in this park. This area is usually pretty deserted. I'm not sure if it's because it's not a paved trail or if people just don't pay attention to it, or if there's a little sign that says caution, you might get hit with a disc because of disc golf. But this is the place I'm talking about. So see Scarsboro Trail, and there's a little sign there that talks about getting hit with discs. But it's a trail that goes into the woods, and it's one of my favorite little areas. So I'm going here now, and then I'll show you why it's one of my favorite little areas. See you then. Okay, so I walked this small gravelly trail to this area here where you're now in the woods, and you have a choice between going that way or that way. Either way is a circular path, so it really doesn't matter, and there's little paths in between, but it's a cute little trail to walk, and I tend to wander onto certain paths that I'm not supposed to because what else is new. But let's get going. And just so you could see see, it's a short little gravelly trail, so let's see what's out there. So I am at my favorite place on this trail right now. I'm sitting on a wooden bench. All this was made by Boy Scouts because it's a Boy Scout trail, and there's a new shed here which wasn't here the last time I was here, so that's kind of cool. So they are keeping it up and keeping it modernized, I guess. I don't know what it's for. This was one of the places that I had wanted. I told Rocky I was going to take him here because he's not really a trail person, and this is a short and sweet trail. So, but I figured he would like it, especially in the fall. This is like a beautiful area, and then you have this view. I'm sitting here on the bench, and I'm looking at the see, and like I said, again, it's still not spring yet here, and for some reason it's cloudy. It's not supposed to be this weather. Tennessee is Tennesseeing again, but it's gorgeous, and like I said, especially in the fall or at night, it's just a beautiful place to like sit and relax. And so instead of Rocky actually walking this with me, I could tell he's here right now, just for those who are wondering. And he just told me I'm right. He would have really liked this place to sit here with me. So I'm right again. What else is new? But now I'm going to go show you the trail that whoever I bring up here, I'm not going to do this. I think it's a trail, and I'm not going to do it until I have someone with me. So that way, if I slip and fall and break something, they could carry me to safety. You know, little things like that. But I will show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and enjoy the view and enjoy the quiet once I'm done talking, and then I'll show you what's next. So for those of you who are wondering about the area that I was just at, I'm going to show you a quick view of it. They also rebuilt the fire pit, so it looks really cute here. this is what I'm talking about. So there's the shed I was talking about and the fire pit, and that's the bench I was just, the chair I guess I was just sitting on, and then there's a little picnic table there and a stage there. I'm not sure exactly what that's for because it's nowhere near the water for diving, so I'm not really sure what that's there for. But like I said, at night this would probably be a really nice place to like sit and look at the stars. It's not something that I would do at night by myself because I know I'm not that crazy. So yeah, it's just something I always think about. So anyway, on to the next thing. The only downside to this bit of area is this. This is the only thing that they have for a toilet here in this little area. And I know Boy Scouts and, you know, roughing it and stuff like that. But porta potty probably would have been fine. See? And yeah, I'll admit I used it once because I really had to. Luckily, I'm smart enough to check for spiders and snakes and anything else that could have possibly been in there. And there was nothing in there. So, but yeah, I guess because it goes along with, you know, roughing it out here. I don't know. A regular porta potty would have been fine. But okay, on to the next one. One of the many reasons why I like doing the nature trails, besides, you know, actually communing with nature, is that sometimes there's great opportunities for photographs. And I know I haven't put as many photographs as I should on my KT Pinto's photograph, KT's photos. I don't remember what the group is called anymore. But I do take a lot of photos. It's just that the problem is I take a lot of photos. So this one I've actually been a little less photo happy, mainly because everything's still wintry. But one of the big things that I like is that I tend to see things in nature, you know, like macabre or creepy things. And so like I just took a picture of this. Let me show you. Okay, so how can you not tell me that's not like a baby and a parent demon or something coming up? I don't know. To me, that's just what it looks like, and I'm probably going to play with it a little more and see what I can make of it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I walk the trails, besides to get away from people and to see animals and you know, take in nature, is because my really twisted mind is just really twisted no matter where I go. So on to the next. So this is the trail I was talking about. Let me show you it from the start. See, now, if you look, you can see it's like trail shaped. People have been walking on this trail. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's there. There's like distinctive like crunched leaves and stuff like that. And so I take this path every time I'm here. I walk this path, but see where those two trees are? That's where things get a little complicated. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so still no problem, right? You walk through the trees. There's still the path that's walking, right? This is the path I was saying that I will not do without someone else with me, because as you continue walking, well, you know what I haven't done? I haven't geocached at all. Maybe I should geocache a bit. But anyway, I don't know how well you could see this. I'm only going to go to the end. Now, to me, those look like steps, but it curves down sideways. I don't know how well you could see that. And it's kind of steep. So I always seem to get to like here, and then I go, I think I need to go with someone, because as we all know, I am an incredible klutz. And I've tried a couple of times to like climb over and see over the hill what's there, but that's also a little treacherous. I have a feeling it just kind of leads down to the lake, and that there's nothing really creepy, and probably fishermen go down here all the time, because if you look to the side, you see that there's the little river, and that goes right to the end of the lake, and from here you can kind of see the end of the lake. And I so want to go down there and see what's down there, but yeah, I just, you know, when something tells you don't do it, and enough voices in your head say don't do it, you don't do it. So I'm not going to do it. And I now have the new voice in my head saying, yeah, don't do it. So I'm not going to do it. But if anyone wants to, take this on with me, let me know. On to the next thing. Bye. So I'm at the top of the hill, on the actual path. Like, this is one of the stops on the actual path. And if you're the hill over there through the trees, the ravine is kind of dry right now, but usually that's filled up during like the summer. That has to be where the trail ends, because it's over there. It starts like right there and then curves around. So I'm assuming it goes down there, but that's not enough for me. I want to know where it goes. So like here now, 4 years, haven't done it yet. It's like the need is great, but the brain is smart enough to know not to do it by myself. So anyway, I just wanted you to know that part. On to the next. One of the things that I like about this park is that they have like this flower garden in the middle of everything. I can't remember, when I get to the sign, I'll be able to tell you which club. I can't remember which club organizes it now. But remember I was saying spring hasn't sprung yet? Well, springing a little bit. Spring is springing a little. So you still see a little bit of greens. So it's the gardens at Roane County Park. A lot of times, once everything has sprung for spring, they'll put like what you're looking at, so you know what kind of flowers or what kind of herbs or things like that you're looking at. So when you get a chance to come in the summer or in the spring, see, look, some of the flowers are coming up. These are some of my favorites too. I love when the daffodils come up. In New York, they used to come up in the middle of a snowstorm. They'd be like, that's it, we're coming up, and you can't do nothing about it. So, and then these are all going to be roses. So I mean, it's really nice that they have that, and that you're able to learn stuff about flowers, being that I have one plant and she's survived. Cassandra has survived for almost 30 years now, because here it is, Master Gardeners of Roane County. You see it right there, it says it. So, but like all the different types of hydrangeas. Anyway, so Cassandra has only survived because she's as indifferent as I am. So it's like, water, sounds good. No water for a couple of days, okay, fine. That's all fake flowers, by the way. It's not like spring sprung that quickly. But you'll see some here. You see some things budding and little flowers. And during the summer, the spring, there's the waterfalls going. And here, Daylily Garden. So, and it gives you information. I just think it's very nice. It's something, you learn, but it's also so pretty when you walk through. I know I'm more of a winter person, and that, death is cool and stuff like that to me. But sometimes, the flowers and all that, it can be nice. Like I said, it's not my thing, because I can't plant anything when I think I had a Venus flytrap and I had managed to kill it somehow. So yeah, so I'm not the person to deal with flowers in any way. But my mom is very much a flower person, and this is her kind of thing. Also, I do know that like at the bottom of the screen there's like all fuzz and everything. It's because the glass on here got dirty, and there's no way I'm taking the glass off while I'm walking through the park, because I don't have a second one on me. So when I get home, I will change it up so that it doesn't look like I have this, ethereal glow, this little heavenly glow around me thing before he flies away. Can you see him? He's saying hi. He wants to be on camera. He told me so. So there he is. Okay, on to the next one. See you in a bit. Okay, so right now we're in my least favorite area of the park, because it's the playground and everything. So yeah, there's people and kids and stuff. And most of you who are very much like me don't like those things. So, but it's quiet because it's spring. It's not spring yet. I'll just keep saying that. But I did have to show you something. Besides the fact that they have the workout gear, which my cousin would love, because she's one of those crazy people who would come to the park to work out. Heck, she was pushing a baby carriage and working out. So, but I had to show you this. Remember how seesaws were like the death of many of us. What the hell is this? I'm so confused. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know. Also, I am nearing the end of my walk. I will say that whole spiel to please feel free to like, share, subscribe, put in the comments what you think that might possibly be, and hopefully I can splice this all together, and then you will have enjoyed a nice walk with me. When I get to the very end, which I'm almost there, I'm right by my car, I will stop the reason why I didn't geocache, I have geocache here already. I already found the geocache. I already found the cache. So, I'm not paying for geocache because I do it so sporadically. There may be others, but you kind of have to pay for the bigger ones. So I did not do that. But the one that I could find, I already found here. But anyway, I'm almost in my car here. I'm out of breath. I'm going to post how far this trail was and how long it took me, which is forever, because I tend to walk slowly. And hope to see you again in the next video.